Okay, listen up, folks. There's been a couple of podcasters and at least one reporter for a major TV network that have lied about the video I made about having to drive Donald John Trump in 1995. First off, I have never threatened Donald Trump. Not once, not ever. What I have said was a historical account of the event of me driving him and other events. Never have I ever threatened anyone. Period. That's not something I do. Okay? Furthermore, I have never claimed to have adopted Dusty or the other two girls, her two little sisters. Never, not once. That is not true. These podcasters and journalists are lying to sensationalize the story so they can build more viewers and make more money. Good Lord. Dusty and her two little sisters became my choosing to consider them as daughters. Daughters by choice. When Dusty was about 7 years old, Tanya was about 5 years old, and the other daughter was about 6 or 7 months old, I think. They were, the night I met them, their mother and I walked into the house, and they were in terror shock from witnessing the babysitter slash her wrists right in front of them. I wrapped the babysitter's wrists up, got her to calm down and lay down on this big bean bag in the living room. Then I sat down in a chair in the living room, and those three little girls crawled up in my lap in terror shock, just distorted faces, bellowing, tears, red eyes, terror shock. If you've ever seen a child in that, it's something you never forget. The way I got them to calm down was by pleading with them, calm down, take some rest. I need you to help me pray for the babysitter. They finally took some breaths and calmed down. I said, now just follow along with me. You don't have to say anything. Just think about what I'm saying in your heads. And I tilted my head back and started reciting the Lord's Prayer, kind of tailored to fit the situation there. When I quit praying, all three of those little girls were sound asleep, laying against my chest. From that point forward, I have considered all three of those little girls, they aren't little anymore, of course, my daughters by choice. I love all three of those girls more than life itself. Seriously. I love them as though they were my own. Whether they love me back or not, I can't control that. So Tanya, they're lying. It's not me that's lying. I think you know that deep down. Cheryl, please get honest. The courts have already decided that non-disclosure agreements between any of Trump's victims and him are invalid. You don't have to give diddly squat back to that man, ever. No matter what. Consider it a gift from God for what happened to your daughter. Because Trump doesn't actually have legal claim to most of his money. He's stiffed so many contractors and employees and whatnot throughout his life. If everybody sued him for what he owes them, he'd be penniless, probably. Heck, he even stiffed Tulsa Granite, where I worked back in 2000, I think it was. 2001, I really don't remember. It was right around there. I cut the natural stone vanity tops for his damn casino and hotel. I don't know if he knew I worked there and he was planning on that or what, but, you know, if it hadn't been for the owner's spouse, Tulsa Granite would have gone out of business over it. And that would put, it was about 10 or 12 people worked there, all out of a job. Because of one man's greed, one man's love of money. I hope you see this, Donald. Like I said before, I personally forgive you. Doesn't mean I'm not pissed off at you. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be held accountable for what you've done. Damn. Y'all have a very nice and very safe and a very honest 2026.